Hey everyone, welcome back to Gold Predict. In today's video, I'm going to explain why I believe gold is on the verge of a major breakout to new all-time highs, probably within the next 2 to 3 months. We'll see, but the pattern from the previous consolidation that started in 2016 and where we are now is almost identical in the wave structure and timing as well. So this, I think we are really close to a major breakout, and it's probably time to start paying attention. So when you look back, we had a peak in 2016. That was a presidential election year. We had a strong A wave down, a B wave up, a C wave down, a D wave up, and then we had a small pullback into E before prices exploded higher. Well, I think that's where we are now. I think the E wave just finished, and we are potentially on the verge of a major breakout to new highs. So prices peaked, another presidential year, 2020. They peaked in mid-year. We had an A wave down, a B wave up, a C wave down, a D wave up, and then a small pullback into E. And I think this is going to be the launching pad for prices to break out to new all-time highs. And this is when people will start paying attention. Gold really hasn't gone anywhere for 12 years. I'll show you in the monthly chart next. But once prices get above $2,100 to new all-time highs, it's going to be in the media. People are going to start paying attention. I call them the financial T-Rexes, right? So these people, they don't really notice something unless it's moving, and they like to buy things when they're moving higher. So nobody's really paying attention to gold, but I think that's going to change real soon. All right, let's jump over to the monthly chart. Okay, when we look at the monthly chart, we can see gold has been in a basing phase, very similar to what happened in the late 90s to the early 2000s. It's a very long, drawn out consolidation sideways, almost a cup and handle pattern. But once prices finally break out above $2,100, that's going to be new all-time highs. It's going to start reaching the media, and everybody's going to start paying attention, and that is going to probably make prices go even higher. So back here you see around 2005 prices broke out, and they exploded higher, and they never came back to that level again. I'm not sure if that's going to happen this time, but I think it is a possibility. So if prices break out above $2,100, there is a chance they don't come back to this level ever again. That's a kind of a bold statement to think that, but it is possible. And I'm not sure exactly what the catalysts are going to be to send gold to new all-time highs, but I think we are very, very close. Okay, now that I've built the case why I believe we are close to a breakout to all-time highs, I want to switch over to the daily gold chart. This is where we have the intermediate cycle, which bottoms about every 4 months. As you see, we had a bottom here in early November, and then a bottom here in late February, early March, and I believe we just had another cycle low in late June at $1,900. Now, what should happen is prices should rally for 2 to 3 months, peak, and then roll over, and the next low should probably arrive in late October or early November. This cycle is so close to the $2,100 level that I think it will break out. Now, I could be wrong, and the Fed may threaten more rate hikes, and prices might just consolidate sideways for a couple more months. But I think there is a possibility, and we'll probably know within the next 2 to 3 weeks if prices are going to break out now. We'll see. But if they do, then I think it's going to be, look out, the gold train is leaving the station. So I'm watching prices closely. The next level of resistance is around $2,000. We get above that, then around $2,050 is pretty good resistance too. And then if we see a continued rise above the previous high in May of $2,085, I think we could see some short covering, and that's where prices might start to really run to the upside. All right, I'm going to switch over to a silver chart now. All right, silver also looks like it made a cycle low. We had one here in the early days of March, and I think we bottomed here in late June. Prices broke the cycle trend line, and we're starting to rally off this. We're not very far from the May highs, so we could hit those as soon as this month here in July. And once we get above that, next resistance comes around $28. And I think silver is going to really start running here. And it's one of those assets that when prices move, they move so fast, it'll make your head spin. And I'm not sure if we're going to get one of those moves soon, but it's possible. So if you're holding silver, hold on. Might start to get pretty exciting. Okay, jumping over to the gold miners, GDX, we had a nice. I wasn't sure if this was a cycle low. I thought it may be. We kind of did a double bottom, same thing here in February, March, and it looks like the same pattern unfolded here in late June and early July. We have a double bottom. It looks like we have a cycle low. We had a nice open gap here yesterday. Prices gapped higher. We had a 5+% up day. I call that a recognition day. That's basically when the market realizes, okay, the bottom's in, and now we're going to start running to the upside. Prices should at least test this and probably break out above $36 here, maybe as soon as July, if not July, maybe August. But once they get above that, and especially if gold breaks above $2,100, it's going to be off to the races. I think miners are incredibly undervalued, and the market should start to reprice them for new all-time highs in gold. All right, lastly, I wanted to show you an update of the Barrick gold chart. The pattern is really, this goes way back to 2015. The pattern is very similar. So prices peaked in 2016, and then we had like a 3-year downtrend line, and then they broke out and exploded higher. Prices peaked again in 2020 at $29. We have a 3-year downtrend line. It looks like we are right about this exact same spot. And I think it's possible we just have made an important bottom. And if that's true, then prices could be on the verge of a slingshot move to new highs. And I think once they get above this trend line, next year in 2024, if gold reaches my target of around $3,000, I think Barrick could be trading between $42 and $45, within the next 12 to 15 months. So we could be on the verge of a really strong move. Of course, getting above the trend line is the most important part. And I'd like to see some gap higher. You see how we had a nice gap higher here once we got through the trend line. So I'm going to be watching the chart closely. But right now, it looks like we may have made a very important bottom, and I think prices could rise sharply from here. Okay, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, hey, great, thanks. Subscribe, hit the thumbs up, do whatever you want to do. Have a great day, and God bless. Bye-bye.